So finally we're starting out in a new game for Throwback Thursday, and this one is an absolute classic hunting game, Deer Hunter 2005 season. A lot of people have played this game, and to my knowledge, a lot of people continue to play it to this day, and for me it's been quite a number of years, but I've been super excited to bring this to the channel, and on that note, I think we are going to head straight in. So I've set up our gear and stuff already. We have a crossbow and a 308, both of those are just custom weapons, and we're actually going to head to Illinois. Even though I think Oregon is like the normal starting location, I want to go to Illinois and hunt whitetail, so we're going to go in the rut. I think we'll just kind of leave the weather as is and we'll head straight in. Now, like I said, it's been years since I played this game, but I seem to remember spawning in the fields being a pretty decent idea. And we're going to get in on our horse. I think we may just kind of leave that for the moment, and we'll head around and, for one, kind of get acquainted with this game again, remember how to do things. And hopefully there's going to be some deer out here. And actually, it looks like spawning in the fields was a pretty decent idea. That's a solid 9.7 total. I'm not sure what they actually count as a point, but I don't know if we can see the range in any way. This is, I think, 0 for like 150. That'll be a good enough shot. As long as it gives us that camera, it's always going to be a drop shot. And that's going to be our first buck. Now, I think we have 3 total tags, and I want to say it's like 1 buck tag and 2 doe tags, or 1 doe tag and 2 buck tags. See if we can get this as well. I don't know if we hit her. Getting used to the lead that we got to put on him is going to be difficult. Pretty sure she's just unscathed, so we'll kind of just let her go. Actually, she went down over there, so we must have gotten her. So I don't know, like I said, what the tag situation is. We'll find that out in a second. And where was our buck down at? They're actually not that easy to see laying in this stuff. So 0 or enter to collect. 207 pounds and it scored 122. Now if we bring up our inventory, okay, it is 2 bucks and 1 doe. So we'll still be able to get 1 more buck during this hunt, but already, just right in this first field, we got 2 of our tags filled. So we must have hit her kind of forward and maybe a little high. But I guess neck does good enough. She actually weighed 100 pounds. It was a little higher than what it said. The guess was like 88, so a little better size than we maybe thought. And I don't know that it matters if we like fill off our tags or anything like that, but we'll go around and see if we can find another buck. So a couple of things that I've established. Number 1, I'm really good at finding does, but finding bucks seems to be a completely different story, but we finally have another one. Let's see if we can make as good a shot on this guy. Guess that'll be a yes. And that is finally going to fill all our tags, and according to the guess, I think that one's a little smaller than the last one. I'm pretty sure the score guess is usually right, but nice to actually get all of our tags filled. I took the horse pretty much on a giant loop. He's somewhere left like at the north end of the map, and then we ran all the way south and finally actually back at the fields. There was another buck here, so I'm curious to see. I think we are going to switch maps after this, because I think it's the Utah map for mule deer actually is a lot more open, and I want to see if it's just this map being not so open in certain areas that's making it difficult, or if it's just kind of how things are. But anyway, that one at 127 is bigger, and I think now we actually have to head back, so we'll do that. And I don't know that there's much else that we immediately need to do. I mean, we could go to the trophy room. That's the one that we just shot, and then, yeah, the other one was 122. I like that the antlers are that different, though. Different colors and everything. But yeah, let's try another location. If we go to Utah and, I guess, go with the same start time, we'll go with the rut, and we'll give this a shot. Ooh, that is a pretty decent looking mule deer buck. Says 129 score. There's actually a doe right beside him, so there's this area that I think was called Castle Rock that we spawned beside. And the thing is, I'm not sure if there is range finding equipment. I probably have to look and find out, but I'm not sure how to know how far that is, so we'll just scoot in a little bit closer. He actually doesn't look nearly as big from the side, but it's the width that really made him look like he was a good size one. But we'll scoot in here maybe to about this area, and let's just see We might try to keep it high in the shoulder, just because I'm not sure how far it is. He's stopping there. And we hit him. Actually, it looks like it hit high in the shoulder. So I bet it'll get him, but could have probably aimed dead on. And by the way, the third-person camera seems to make quite a difference for actually finding the animal, because they're a lot more hidden behind the brush if we don't use it. But let's see. 125 score, so not actually that special compared to the whitetail. That's another buck, sadly. I don't think we're going to take that one. The mule deer can't be that bad. This map being more open, I think we can find a better one. I was hoping that was maybe the doe, just to get that tag filled. Is that a doe or is that a fawn? That is a doe. We'll just get the tag filled now. I don't think there was much bullet drop at that range. That was a complete guess as far as calibrating it for 150 or 160, whatever it was. But it seems like a good range to have it set for. And it takes like just a 1 second lapse in concentration to completely lose sight of where they were. But 103 pound doe. If it wasn't for the third person camera, I don't know that we would have found the buck or the doe. So we'll probably continue to use that, but I'm hoping at least we could find another buck that's a little better than that spike that we saw back there. And I'm really not sure if we need the horse. For now, it doesn't seem like on this map it's that big a deal. I think there's something out there. Another doe. Finally, we have another buck, and actually, it's apparently a non-typical. And I guess we got maybe a little too close, or is he just kind of running around? I don't think he's spooked. He's just kind of hiding behind the brush there. Let's see if we can get some kind of shot in there. Not a clue if we got him very well. I think because he's going slow, we did. I can't remember if you can shoot animals in the water, and because he's standing there like that, let's not risk anything. Just gonna drop right there. So, first non-typical, pretty much just because we avoided shooting that spike a bunch of times, but I think that study was up to a 10 point, and I didn't even read the score. I saw non-typical and wanted to make sure we got him. So what do we got then for this guy? 133, but it does say he's a non-tip, so bigger than the other. And that, once again, is going to have all 3 of our tags filled. So let's go back. Let's take a look in the trophy room again. Is this our non-typical? What is? I swear. Maybe it's that little tine right there. I thought I saw a big drop tine on him. Might have just been the brush behind him. And I forgot you can actually see where he hit him, so we were too far forward. Getting that lead right, like I said earlier, is going to be a bit difficult. But I want to go to the locations again, because I think there are, yeah, there's definitely several whitetail maps. Let's go to Georgia, because I do want to continue hunting whitetail. But maybe this map will be a little more kind to us than Illinois was. So with just a quick glance around, I don't see anything else, but we actually spawned pretty much right on top of a white-tailed doe, and again, getting that tag filled early is definitely not a bad idea. I think we can get that shot in there. Kind of between the fence. Might have been even right in the heart the way that we positioned that. But yeah, just to get that tag out of the way, I still forgot to look for any kind of range finding equipment. And I guess since these fields are so big, we'll probably just leave the horse behind again. It definitely is nice having the houses there and not getting penalized for shooting near them. Because of course we had a lot of that with the Cabela's games. 126 pound doe, and now we can do a little bit of buck hunt without having to worry about that other tag. I can't immediately tell if that's any better. It might be bigger than the ones that we got in Illinois, because the guess was up to 134, and we've definitely seen it be low. Let's see if we can actually just take him from here. I do want to try to get one with the crossbow before we're done. Trying to hold our breath is not a thing in this game. We've been pretty decent with like that range of shots though. Pretty consistently just dropping him. He might be wider than at least that 8 point that we shot, which was the second one in Illinois, so might have our best score so far. I mean, he looks like maybe our best one. Let's see what it says. 124, so we have done better. He actually looked like he might have been, but I guess maybe the lack of tines would keep his score down. I'd say he's probably a similar size to the second buck we shot on Illinois, but I think it's probably the only buck in the area. There's so many deer around here, but he's apparently the only one with antlers. Finally got a walking shot to insta-drop. Every time we've been off on that lead, but good to actually drop one. and I'm pretty sure that's going to be our 9th deer harvest, and we've been able to fill our tag every single time, or all 3 of our tags every single time, and even with such a good map that's so open. 113 for that guy. No better scores. I'm pretty sure our best one from Illinois was better than both of those two. So I think we might do one final hunt here on Georgia. I guess this is like a hunter score thing is going up. I don't know what what number we need to get the symbol to change. But let's go back. We might take the horse around a little more and kind of specifically look for a better size buck, because apparently we just spawned right beside something. But I want to get a better one than what we had. That was, I think, a doe. As long as it's not a fawn, we hit her. That'll work. Just to get that tag out of the way. So that was nice to just get the doe straight out of the way. Almost a 200-pound one, so I think that's the biggest doe we've shot, but that is not the ultimate goal. I do see a buck actually in that field. Or is that a buck? It looks like the buck model. Yeah, it's apparently almost 350-pound spike. We're doing pretty good at finding them, but that one we're going to leave alone. That might be a little better. The score value is 182, and apparently that's another 300-pound buck. Honestly, there was a 3rd spike that got my attention and got me off the horse, but that guy was standing there instead, so worked out pretty well. I don't know if the spike's still around. He was somewhere right back here. I think he just went out of render right over there, but it was a pretty good spot for him to be in to slow us down. Actually, I think we better take the horse with us. I know one of our deer was 133, and I think that was the mule deer. I'm pretty sure 128's the score to beat for whitetail. It's a nice wide rack. 137 for that guy, so either way, that is the highest scoring deer in general that we've shot. And if we can just fill one more tag, we'll have filled, I think, 12 different deer tags. That would be 8 bucks, and so far we're not doing too bad. I'm trying to remember. I think your odds of seeing like a higher scoring buck might go up as your rank increases. I could be wrong about that, but that might have something to do with the amount of spikes, because 3 on 1 map is a little excessive. It's like we can't get away from just spikes on this hunt. I think we saw this guy earlier. He's a 272 estimate for the weight. There's one here, which is not the one that was right beside the buck that we did shoot. He's 161 on the guess. And then this guy from the very beginning of the hunt is 348 on the guess. And I kind of want to know what he's going to weigh. If there's just spikes everywhere, I'm not sure what our odds are of actually finding a good buck. So hopefully that's going to get him in the chest. I think it's a little far forward, but he's already starting to kind of stumble, so he shouldn't go far. I mean, just purely from the amount of deer that we've been seeing per hunt and the amount of bucks specifically, 4 spikes. I'm not sure there were any other bucks on the map. So he's almost 300 pounds, which is ridiculous for what would be a young deer. And that is all 3 of our tags filled again. So let's go back. Let's take a look at the one good one that we did get there. We're almost at 10 on the rank, and I feel like that might be like a new symbol. That we'll have to see next time though. There's of course our spike, and then this is our 137 scoring buck. I like that they're almost never even. Like, you can tell this main beam's a little bit longer. You can probably tell even better just like that, but it's cool to see all the different racks, and I'm not even sure that we've shot one really that looks remotely similar. These two are pretty close. Definitely taller tines and a bigger frame in general on the second one. And then this guy, I guess, is kind of like our 137, but a little bit smaller as well. But anyway, cool to actually get to play this game again, and I'm looking forward to, for one, hearing from you guys in the comments, because I'm sure a lot of you guys know more than I do about how all of the spawning and stuff works, because I really do seem to remember ranking up seeming to get bigger bucks, so we'll see if that's a thing, and I'm curious what you guys think about this. I definitely like to go through and try to get a world record of every species, but it kind of depends on how difficult that's going to be and how long that all takes. But anyway, that is going to do it for this video, so thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.